If you want to know how to level up your generals and field marshals so you can get a bunch of overpowered traits, make sure you watch the video all the way through, because at some point I'm even going to tell you guys a secret people really don't know about in Hoi4, how to level up and how to pretty much XP grind your generals and field marshals. And I'm also going to go over a little trick that not a lot of people realize on how to get up to 10 generals for one field marshal without any penalties, and how to get up to 30 divisions for generals without penalties, and even 90 divisions on garrison without penalties. Now really quick before we get into this video, I want to thank my one and only Patreon YouTube hero. Now let's get this started. So one huge thing with Army XP that people don't realize, or correction, General XP that people don't realize, is whenever you have a general, like you're getting ready to assign one, they have different traits about them. People understand that. But some of them have Panzer Leader, other ones have Infantry Leader, some of them have this Cavalry I can't speak today. Cavalry. Why is it so hard to pronounce Cavalry? There. Whatever, I give up. This one. You can do this one right here, and obviously that's for horse, units, whatever. Now, people don't realize that with this experience factor bonus, this is what you need to actually level generals up. I see people all the time complain because they spend hours and hours trying to win one war, and especially people who play Japan over in China, for example, they'll spend the entire game and not even be able to get a trait. This is what you need to do. You need to find the right divisions and assign the traits as you need them. Now, the thing with the cavalry officer, hey, I said it. One thing that people really don't realize is this bonus goes for motorized, cavalry, and mechanized units. People only think because they see the one little horse and it just says cavalry, that it only works for that type of unit. It doesn't. It works for cavalry, mechanized, and motorized. Now, infantry, this is the most important one, okay? Because your infantry leaders are what you need the most levels on, because they're going to be in the most combat. Now, this right here, I'm going to give you an example of how overpowered this truly is. And then we're going to get into a little bit of these stats here and how you can level them up. So, we're going to go ahead here and find... No, leader, loss. This guy's okay. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put our troops over here in Czechoslovakia. And now, I'm going to show you guys how to grind XP. Now, while our troops are moving over there, let me just say something. Commanders will only gain experience when troops are in combat. They won't gain anything from army training. It is exclusively only combat. It's like generating aces. Now, when they get enough experience, they sometimes just straight up get random upgrades. Sometimes they will just automatically get an upgrade. It's not requiring you to go and get the points. Sometimes they'll just get certain things, For example, I'm pretty sure all of these, after you use tanks long enough, it'll just randomly give it to you. Now, this is a really good indicator here to give you an idea of what ratios you need for these. People don't realize another thing here. These infantry leader experience factor bonuses only go in at a certain time, okay? See, whenever you... Oh, where was it? I just lost my train of thought. There we go. See, it will actually tell you right here that to get Panzer Leader, you need an armored ratio of plus 40%. What that means is every division that you're using to try to get XP, the divisions inside of, those orders that general or field marshal has, all the divisions have to have at least 40% armor, which means like a 4 to 10 or whatever it's called, armor to motorized ratio. And this can be any type of armor. See, cavalry even shows you right here, cavalry, motorized, and mechanized. Engineer, that's one of those things you just finally start gaining. If your divisions have engineers, eventually you'll just unlock it automatically. Infantry leader, you have to have at least 80% of your divisions with infantry. Invader, I don't even know how to get this, to be honest with you. I've seen people tell me that you just have to do massive landing invasions, but I've never been able to get this, and you can kind of read the rest for yourself, but it's pretty simple. Eventually, you'll get the hang of it. Now, if I remember correctly, since our divisions are here and we're getting ready to show you guys a trick on how to grind some XP for your generals very easily, something that I remember, and I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. See, whenever you are preparing to get XP by combat, right, there is a maximum level you can get. So people just assume the idea of, well, if I just want to level up this guy, I'll just throw hundreds of infantry divisions in. The generals have a way to not let you do that. The generals themselves have a max XP per hour of 50, and the field marshals have a max XP of, I believe, 200 per hour, which means per hour is per hour the unit's in combat. So if the unit's in combat, or all of his divisions are in combat for, let's say 4 hours, they'll get a max of 200, XP for that, 4 hours. And that's pretty much the way that works. Now, I'm going to show you guys the trick on how to get the XP, alright? After the update, the AIs are incredibly aggressive. Now, one thing to do here, because you need to win the battles, is find a nation, go to war with them, right? Now, to get the XP, you have to win most of the battles, and it gives you a big bonus if you do anyway. You get some, but not much. You make a fallback line, right? Just enough to let them breathe. Okay, and because the AI is so aggressive after Paradox changed it, when you pull back, you'll see. What are they doing? They're starting to try to attack. They're starting to try to advance, which breaks their entrenchment bonus. So once they start stretching out a little bit, okay, and bear with me here, once they stretch out a little bit and get away from their forts, you can begin attacking them. And because you're attacking them and you're winning, you're getting some commander XP. And see, you do get a little bit anyway. Right here, we don't have much. We've got around 2%. Yeah, see, it's kind of weird. I don't entirely understand the difference, but we have infantry leader. We're getting some XP, yada, yada, yada. But now they've pretty much pushed off. We're going to attack them. Go over there. That's good. All right, now I'm just going to go start ordering. And now look at our general over here at the difference now that we've pulled him back a little bit. Let's just look at how quick that XP is going up every day. Just look at how fast that's going, right? I mean, you can just tell it's skyrocketing. Now, once this hits 1,000, I'm going to tell you guys that trick I was explaining earlier about make sure you watch it all the way through, and I'll tell you how to get a bunch of extra divisions without any penalties. Now, I want to show you guys this really quick, okay? Down here, skilled staffer. What this does is it will let you have to have 24 divisions in combat, okay? Once you have 24, I'm just checking up here. Once you have 24 divisions in combat, you begin gaining the XP for skilled staffer. Now what this does is when you upgrade it, it gives you plus 6 divisions allowed for the general, okay? And then if you upgrade him to a field marshal, you're supposed to only get 2, but sometimes the way this glitch works, and I don't know if it's patched or not, but this is how I always used to do it, okay? I'm going to pause it really quick, so I want to show you something. Well, yeah, we can keep it going. One thing with the field marshals and the generals to do that little trick or exploit to get them up to 10 divisions they can have, how it works, if I remember correctly, what you have to do is have a general. You have to upgrade it all the way. After it's upgraded all the way, in terms of has skilled staffer, promote him to field marshal, and then let him get expert delegator. Okay, and once he gets that, sometimes it will bug out for some reason, and instead of giving him 2 extra slots, which you're only supposed to have a max of 7, it'll bug out and give you 10. Now, earlier when I was mentioning sometimes different traits will just appear, these are the earned traits, okay? Once you reach the requirements for these, like invader, you do enough naval invasions. Engineer, use engineer companies to attack rivers and forts is I think how you get it. Infantry leader, for all these earned traits, it'll just appear just like that, okay? And then we can upgrade to any one of these if we had the available power here. But this one down here, all you have to do is just stay in combat with 24 divisions and get that 2,000 army XP. Once you get it, it'll finally just completely 100% unlock it for you. It'll give you the ability to do whatever you want. Well guys, once again, pretty much the whole way of gaining the most, in my opinion, field marshal and general XP is to just kind of pull your troops back a little bit, let the enemy move forward, lose a little bit of entrenchment, move up again, attack, pull back, attack, pull back, attack. Keep doing that over and over and over again, and then eventually you should have enough XP. But just remember, look for these different infantry leader experience factors, because many of them will help you tremendously. For example, right now we've gotten how much? I mean, we've gotten around, 63% of 1500 XP, and our general here doesn't have that ability, and he's got 23% of 1000. So he's got around 200, and the guy that we've been using that had the bonus is sitting right now probably at around 700, 600 or 700. So that'll give you an idea. Well guys, that is pretty much the end of the video. Let me know in the comments below if you have your own method for gaining general XP so it can be shared with the community, and also what kind of tip videos do you guys want me to do next, because I am starting to run out of ideas. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Stay awesome.
But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now.